Back in 2016, my wife and I purchased 18 acres of land. We ended up building a house there, and that fall, I ended up killing a 130-inch 8-pointer. Since that time, I've opened up a couple food plots, and I've also got plenty of other things that I want to do back there for the deer. But along the way, I've been keeping tabs on a couple different bucks. And so fast forward to 2019, I end up getting this buck on camera during the middle of a snowstorm. He was a nice young 2-year-old buck, an 8-pointer, one that I thought had some potential for the future. I gave that deer the nickname Blizzard since he had showed up in that snowstorm. Moving into the 2020 season, I ended up having a really cool encounter with this buck. And so we're going to take you out to the deer stand. It's November 7th. I'm sitting on my own property right now. It's been a beautiful sunrise this morning. I got up in this area where we've got this food plot that I just created this last year. I call this the breakfast plot. Probably won't be a real long hunt this morning, but you know, enough to get out and see what's happening out here. And it's just nice to be out on my land. Saw a small buck. I ain't complaining. Saw a deer. Does that feel good? Just sitting out here. Unnatural deer movement. And I just passed up a beautiful, beautiful 8-pointer, one that we've got on camera. I could have smoked him, you know, right here. I mean, he was right close. As soon as I saw the body, I'm like, oh. But he caught my wind. I think it was my ground scent. He skedaddled a little bit and then blew, but then he circled back across and went the direction that he was going to go anyways. He didn't get too wigged out. Well, now I'm like, man, I want to sit a little longer. That's a pretty good pass for northern Wisconsin right there. Well, as you can see, I passed up that deer. Come to find out, a couple weeks later during rifle season, a neighbor had killed that buck. Very happy for my neighbor that got that deer. That's just part of managing your property for deer. You're gonna win some and you're gonna lose some. And you can't get too bent out of shape when it doesn't go your way. I'm just thankful that I was able to have this encounter with this deer. Getting to see him is always really special, especially when it's behind the house.